Gods and goddesses, Wàfí to God, Free Knowledge Radio with something fresh off the press. Check this out. It's called What is Church for?
What are the stories for? Entertainment. Get a good feel.
Wàfí to God, mixing it up live from the barbershop. WKIP, where knowledge is power and knowledge is free.
What are the stories for? And there are a lot of people who argue about other things to do, but after the argument settles down, and they decide to go to some priest or some preacher and whatnot, and after they start talking about Ezekiel and Genesis and Adam and Eve and all the rest of it, because they usually take a long time to get to the point. That's just a pattern of Christianity and Christian ministers. Entertainment. What are the stories for? Entertainment. Get a good feel. See, it's just one story in the Bible, and that's the story of Jesus. The rest of those stories don't even need to be there. What are the stories? It's just one story in the Bible, and that's the story of Jesus. The rest of those stories don't even need to be there. What are the stories for? Very few ministers will be honest about that. But after the argument settles down, and they decide to go to some priest or some preacher and whatnot, and after they start talking about Ezekiel and Genesis and Adam and Eve and all the rest of it, because they usually take a long time to get to the point. That's just a pattern of Christianity and Christian ministers. Stories for? See, it's just one story in the Bible, and that's the story of Jesus. The rest of those stories don't even need to be there. Stories for? But very few ministers will be honest about that. But very few will be dishonest about it. They just simply don't tell people. What are the stories? Why? Because you can't have church service like that. What are the stories for? Church service lasts 3 minutes. How long does it take for someone to tell you that Jesus died for your sins? And if you believe that, you'll go to heaven. What are the stories? I said it in what? Less than 10 seconds, I think. What are the stories? It's just one story in the Bible, and that's the story of Jesus. The rest of those stories don't even need to be there. What are the stories? What are the stories for? Entertainment. What are the stories for? Entertainment. Get a good feel. What are the stories for? No other explanation for it. What are the stories? To hear good stories, or stories that people call good stories. Get a good, very entertaining stories. Let me hear the story of John. The stories for John the Baptist. Tell me all about what he did, what he said. What are the stories for? Tell me all about Moses. I mean, you know, and crossing through Egypt and running from Pharaoh and all like that. These are just stories. Entertainment. What are the stories for? Entertainment. You don't need to know it. It might be nice to know. You might find it very inspiring or entertaining or whatever you want to call it. But you're not required to know that. Entertainment. What are the stories for? Entertainment. What are the stories for? Entertainment. You don't need to know it. It might be nice to know. You might find it very inspiring or entertaining or whatever you want to call it. But you're not required to know that. What are the stories? These are just people, just ordinary people, just like people you see every day. What are the stories? Even the disciples, they're just people. Well, some of them, one of them turned out to be a traitor anyway, I understand. What is it? I forgot which one. See, it's just one story in the Bible, and that's the story of Jesus. The rest of those stories don't even need to be there. It's just one story in the Bible, and that's the story of Jesus. The rest of those stories don't even need to be there. What are the stories for? What are the stories for? You know, to make people think, I guess. What are the entertainment for? What are the stories for? Entertainment. What is it that people go to church for? They go for a message. What message? 10 messages? 30 messages? No, just one. The message of what Jesus is telling them to do. What are the stories? All right, well, how long is that message? How long does it take to get that message? About 10 seconds. Everything else, and these are my words, it's just theater. It's just playing music and, you know, and clapping your hands, and walking up and down the aisle, shaking hands with your people, and with the people that you know and all like that. You know, it's a social event. Entertainment. What are the stories for? Get a good entertainment. Get a good feeling. Entertainment. Timothy and all them, you know, get a long list of things. Stories for? But after the argument settles down, and they decide to go to some priest or some preacher and whatnot, and after they start talking about Ezekiel and Genesis and Adam and Eve and all the rest of it, because they usually take a long time to get to the point. Get a good feel. That's just a pattern of Christianity and Christian ministries. What are the stories for? Entertainment. What are the stories for? It's just one story in the Bible, and that's the story of Jesus. The rest of those stories don't even need to be there. What are the stories for? A lot of people say, well, I go to church to hear the singing. I've heard people say that. What are the stories? I'm not speaking against the entertainment. It's a form of entertainment. So you go there to hear the singing. Fans and spirituals are coming to town, saying they don't be in such and such a church. I want to hear them. You know, particularly in that tenor or that soprano. So the people say, hey, I want to hear that. I want to hear that guy on the guitar. He's real good. What of the story spirit? That's got nothing to do with Jesus' message. That's entertainment. It's just one story, and that's the story of Jesus. The rest of those stories don't even need to be there. Entertainment. What are the stories for? What are the stories for? What are the stories for? Entertainment. It's just one story in the Bible, and that's the story of Jesus. The rest of those stories don't even need to be there. What are the stories for? All of them, you know, it's a long list of names. What are the stories for? First cousin of so-and-so, the story, you know, and King so-and-so. The story of David, that's another story. David and Bathsheba, what are the stories for? Entertainment. Samson and Delilah, entertainment. It's got nothing to do with Jesus and what he said. No, entertainment. Get a good feel. Samson's in there killing people. What are the stories for? Entertainment. Samson, I think, killed a guy named Goliath. No, David. David and Goliath. Right. What are the stories for? Hit him between the eyes with a rock with a slingshot. Entertainment. Hey, that's killing going on here. Roman soldiers, I mean, they all through the Bible. They go around killing everybody. What are the stories for? That's got nothing to do with the word of Jesus. Nothing. No connection at all. What are the stories for? Just, you know, what do they people think, I guess? Entertainment. What are the stories for? Entertainment. See, it's just one story in the Bible, and that's the story of Jesus. The rest of those stories don't even need to be there. What are the stories for? Entertainment. What are the stories for? Just entertainment. What are the stories for? Entertainment. What are the stories for? Entertainment. What are the stories for? Entertainment. Get a good feeling.
Peace and blessings to the gods and goddesses. Wàfí the God, Free Knowledge Radio, with something fresh off the press all the time. Peace in them out. I love you, baby. That's to my wife. Peace in them out.